In SBI small cap for almost a year now, but there has been no significant gain, which is why you're confused as to make an exit from this fund or stay put, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Interesting question. And Shweta, since we are talking about a superb rally in mid cap and small cap, it's very important for an investor to understand and to have the right kind of exit strategy also from a fund. Shweta, so when you're talking about SBI small cap, what could be the major reason of underperformance as compared to the peers, and should Mr. Rakesh be exiting from this small cap category fund?
Hi, Kavita. Thanks for having me on the show. So, Mr. Rakesh has been investing for a year, and I'm assuming it's a SIP, if not a continuous investment at various levels. Now, SBI Small Cap has been a performer. Of course, it hasn't as done as well as some of the other schemes in the category. But I think giving it time is one of the reasons that we tell that equity has to have at least 3 to 5 years of exposure. Otherwise, one will keep jumping from one scheme to the other and chasing out performance. That's not something that we want. SBI has a good amount of small cap, but it has close to 50% in small cap at the moment and about 10% in mid cap. So it does have large cap as well, which other schemes may have a little more exposure to small cap, and hence there might be a little bit of underperformance, so he's not seeing performance. I would request him to hold on to this, because while he's a new investor for the last 1 year, a lot of investments would have happened in the recent months and at various high in the market. So I would request him to hold on and not judge his scheme that soon. Some of the, like I said, some of the reasons could be it has maybe lesser small cap exposure. It also does have higher portfolio turnover ratio that we've seen. That could be another reason where we're seeing costs. But I would request him to hold on. It's too early to judge the performance just within a year.
Mr. Rakesh, is there anything else you want to ask Shweta?
No, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I have long
All the
vision.
best.
Actually, 3 to 5 years vision is there. Thank you.
All the best. We move on, and Shweta, next question is via email from Mr. Gopiraj. He's doing an SIP of 10,000 in HSBC Mid Cap Fund for 5+ years, and the returns have been moderate according to him. And now he's thinking of switching to a good mid cap fund, and there he wants to invest by SIP. So he wants to understand as to how can he select the right mid cap fund, and how can he track the compounding returns in the new fund also. And his entire corpus right now is in HSBC Mid Cap Fund, and which is what he is planning to move to the new fund. So what should be his strategy?
So I think Mr. Gopiraj needs a little diversified portfolio, not just one scheme. Of course, there will be ups and downs in the scheme. HSBC Midcap has been a good performer, I would say, not just a moderate in the last few years. It hasn't been in the top quartile or the top couple of schemes, but it has done reasonably well, and investors are quite happy with the scheme's performance because they don't see it very volatile. Having said that, just having one scheme isn't really a great strategy. I would request him to actually have a couple of schemes instead of just one. If he's looking at mid cap as a higher portfolio, as a core portfolio, he could look at Motilal Oswal mid cap, which has been a top performer in its category, has done reasonably well, doesn't have a huge portfolio size, so a huge AUM under its management. So I would recommend that he could allocate regularly to Motilal Oswal via SIP mid cap, and I would also recommend that he add on a small cap if he is looking at better performance. So that's something that he could look at. I would definitely say that he needs 2 to 3 schemes. I would recommend UTI Nifty 50 as well, but I think he may not be happy with the performance of large cap if he's not happy with just mid cap as well. So that's something that I think he can. When it comes to calculating compounding interest, he can see a CAGR or an XIRR report. He could easily export his statements to Excel and do that. And that's something that he can do with his previous investment as well.
All right, so that's a word for Mr. Gopiraj.